we'll start with a new document. So I'll press the on button, new document, don't want to save that. And this time I'm going to add a list and a spreadsheet. I'm going to use two columns. I'm going to use column A and I'm going to use column B. And I'm also only going to use the arrows and whatnot just to show you everything I'm pressing rather than just skipping things. Okay, so starting with that, I find column A, I click the middle button, which then activates my column A, and I can change the heading of column A to N. I can use my little keyboard down the bottom here and press N. Then hit enter. Then I move up, go back to B, click on my little middle button, and I label my next one T of N. I can't call it just T because CAS recognises T as time, so it gets pretty picky about using T. Next step I've got is to use my arrows again, hit enter, so that's all sort of set in stone and recognised. I'm going to go back to my A1, column A, row 1, move down and across, and I'm going to put in the values of 1 through to 7. I want the first seven terms, which is why I've chosen 7. So between each, I hit enter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so for any of you listening, I apologise and can hear my dog in the background. Apologise in advance. He goes crazy at night time, or he goes crazy all the time. He's pretty noisy. So then I need to move back up again. So I've got my numbers 1 through to 7, and I move across to column B. Now I've moved into this equals row. I'm not pressing anything as yet, as in I'm not going to activate the cell. I am instead going to move across and press my menu button. So this is called the formula line, where this equal sign is. It's my formula line, and I press the menu button. Up pops a menu. So I choose 3 for data and 1 for generate sequence. Then I get a pop-up box. U of N. Hang on a minute, we're not using U. No, we're using T. I am following the example on page 273 of your textbook, or under 6.3 in number patterns and recursions. And I'm going to use the formula 2T of N minus 3. So because I can't use T, it recognises T as I said, as time. I have to use U. So I type in my formula, 2 times U. Where's my little U? Down here. U. Open bracket on the left-hand side here. N minus, making sure I use minus, not negative. N minus 1. Close bracket. Minus 3. So I'm using 2U N minus 1 minus 3. So this was 2T of N minus 3. The reason for doing the N minus 1 is that we have just named our box T of N. So we're wanting to know what the preceding, or using the N value from the preceding term. My initial terms, so I can hit my, where's my tab button there? Hit my tab button. My initial term is -5. That's my A value, or my T1. N of 0, always keep that at N. And my N max, I'm going to put in 7 because I only want 7 numbers. I don't need 255 numbers. Tab. N step, keep it at 1. And the ceiling value, don't worry about it. So hit tab again and press OK. All right, so it's given me a formula. From that, it said 2 multiplied by the T of n minus 3, where n is between 1 and 7, and my initial u value is minus 5. All that you don't need to worry about. Oops, just hit the wrong thing. All you need to see is that my first term was minus 5. My second term is minus 13, minus 29, minus 61, minus 125, so on and so forth. I could have calculated each one of those if I wanted to. Couldn't be bothered. Calculator does it for me. All right. So the second part of this, if I want to now plot it, I press Control and then Dock. Now, if you have one of the older grey bricks, you just press the Home button. Don't need to press Control anything, just press a little Home button, which looks like that. So I now add a Data and Statistics, and I've got something that looks like a scatter plot. Scroll down to the bottom using this little guy. It's like a mouse. Scroll down to the bottom and click on it. From that, I put my independent variable or my explanatory variable. In this case is n. And on the left-hand side, I click and put in my T of n value. Gives me something that looks a bit like a geometric graph. You can actually plot both arithmetic and geometric graphs if you want to. Geometric will look something similar to this. Now, seeing that the curve slopes downwards is an indication that, where's back to this one, that my answers get more negative because it is a negative d value. So, any issues on plotting graphs? Follow the printed out CAS instructions, which should be on your Google Classroom. Otherwise, start from page 273 on your textbook. Thanks.